Hello! Welcome to another Helldivers 2 balancing video. This time around we're covering loadout weapons, not stratagems, so primary weapons, secondary weapons and grenades. As always, everything I say in this video could change and are only my opinions. If you guys have any changes you'd make to any primary, secondary or grenade weapons, please tell me in the comments. Anyway, let's get right into the video. The first weapon I'd change is the STA-11. The STA-11 is a pretty unpopular weapon, to say the least. Now, on paper, the STA-11 does not look that bad. If you look at its stats, 90 damage a shot, pretty low recoil, a high capacity, and a very high fire rate. It looks quite good on paper. However, if you go into the game's files and see how much durable damage it does, durable being how much damage it will do against durable enemies, it's like a percentage based thing, it's strange. It does pitiful amounts of durable damage. 18 durable damage. That is awful when it comes to fully automatic weapons. It's really bad. Really, really bad. Its only, like, redeeming factor is it's one-handed, I guess. It's really not good, and I don't really know what else to say to it other than just give it more durable damage, because it's so bad. It's so bad. And the problem is, right, if the Liberator, it has like almost the same stats as the Liberator, except it has more capacity and lower recoil. It has the same damage, however the durable damage is so much lower to a point where it's like just a categorically worse Liberator. Against anything that even has a slight amount of durable damage to it, it tanks. It tanks so bad, making the only like actual useful part of it the one-handed feature. So you can use it with, oh wow, I can use it with a shield. Fantastic. However, I'm shooting fucking peas at people. That's lovely. So the change I'd make, just make it do more durable damage, for the love of God. Make it just better. I don't know. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's the most unpopular weapon in the game for a reason. The next weapon I'd change is the accelerator rifle. Man, all the Killzone weapons really did not get it good. They really didn't. Though the accelerator rifle, I will say, is better than the STA-11. Like, it isn't the worst thing ever. I'm going to be so real. Its damage is actually quite good. However, the thing that lets it down the most is it has a very low mag capacity, and it just kind of sucks. It has the same problem that the Epoch does to me, where you don't get enough shots per mag, and it doesn't have a lot of mags. Like, you just go through mags too quick. I think you have a lot of mags. It's more of you just go through mags too quick. And maybe even increase the charging. Give it some faster charging, so you're really kicking out those things. Because right now it's just too slow for like the faster enemies like the Illuminate. So yeah, the pretty fast one. The only thing I'd change is give it more mags, faster charging. The next weapon I'd change is one that I really like, but I wish it was made better. The Dominator. The Dominator looks like a weapon that it would hit super hard, and on paper it does. But the problem, again, the hidden secret stat is its durable damage. It does not do a lot, which is incredibly disappointing. I think I pull up the durable damage on screen. I think it does like less than half durable damage. Have you seen how big the rounds that this thing is firing? This thing is firing like rounds bigger than your calf, and you're telling me it cannot hurt enemies that are like thick? Get out of here! Get out of here! There's no way. So yet again, my change is give it more durable damage. Give it more durable damage. There's no reason that weapons like this should be struggling so heavily to take down flesh mobs. The Dominator should be incredible at it. The Dominator should realistically be very reliably like killing flesh mobs in half a mag. It barely does it in a mag. I don't even think it can do it in a mag. Someone correct me. It needs to just be better. it's so bad at the moment. It needs to be better. So my changes, just give it more durable damage. Because look at it. The ergo of the Dominator, like, it makes it feel like it's a big weapon. The recoil of the Dominator makes it feel like a big weapon. It has little to no customization. Like, it feels like it hits hard, but it doesn't, and it sucks. So give it more durable damage. That's it. Just give it more durable damage, please. It needs it. I want the Dominator to be really good. Anyway, the next weapon. The next weapon I'd change is the Breaker Spray and Pray. Easily one of the most useless weapons in the game, other than like joke weapons and the ACR and the STA-11. Oh well, the ACR has a place, but whatever. It's easily probably the most redundant weapon in the game because it does everything that the Breaker Incendiary does, but worse. That's it. That's all it does. It just does everything the Breaker Incendiary does, but worse, and doesn't catch them on fire. Because it has literally identical like stats, except like I think it has slightly more recoil. God knows why, but I think it has slightly more recoil, and that's it. And again, dude, I feel like I have to keep saying this. Just give it more damage. Just give it more damage. It needs damage. It needs damage so bad. Like, damage per pellet, I'd say. This needs to go sky high. Because, dude, this thing sucks. It sucks so bad. Like, it's not the worst against, like, the Voteless. It's actually decent against the Voteless. But I think if any weapon is dog ass against the Voteless, I think that it shouldn't even be in the game in the first place, to be very honest. It's just not... the bugs, it's kind of useful in, because, you know, there's so much of them, and they're all squishy, so you just kind of fire into them. And so you feel like you're doing a lot, but you're not really doing that much damage, because it doesn't do that much damage. As well as, with the bots, anything that's, like, light pen and low damage against the bots, that's not good. It's not good. But, yeah, it really desperately needs more damage to make it any more useful. I don't know exactly what the Spray and Pray's gimmick is. I know it has a gimmick. I think it's something to do with, like... I know it's fully automatic. I don't know if that's its gimmick. I don't really remember. But it just needs more damage. More damage per pellet is my change. Next is a joke weapon. The Constitution. I know, right? The Constitution doesn't need any nerfs or buffs, right? It's a silly weapon. It's supposed to be a silly weapon that's not supposed to be good. However, I don't like how little damage it does. I know it's supposed to be a joke weapon, but it does less damage than the Diligences do. Does that not sound weird to anybody else? It does less damage than the Diligences per shot. Like, yeah, I get it realistically. Yeah, it would do less damage per shot. But, like, from a gameplay aspect, it's a bolt action, silly, stupid little thing. Surely it should at least be doing 250 a shot. I think it does 180. Like, come on. Like, I know it's a joke. I know it's supposed to be bad. But, like, come on. Just make it a little bit more satisfying. Come on. Come on. You know? I wanna charge people with the Constitution. And be very reliably blast, like, overseers' heads off or something. I don't know. I just really want it to be like a high damage silly weapon, but it's not right now, and it's sad. But anyway, moving on. It's supposed to be a silly weapon, but whatever. Moving on is the Adjudicator. I like the Adjudicator, however. It's just not... It's one of those weapons where it's not exactly bad. It's definitely not bad. It's not a bad weapon. However, I just wish it was a little better than what it was now. The biggest... The reward... not reward, but the... kind of the allure of the Adjudicator is supposed to be that it does high damage in its medium pen. However, the trade-off is... It does, like... It has only, like, 30 rounds, and little to no customization, like most medium pen assault rifles. And it doesn't have a lot of durable for an adjudicator, to be honest. It really does not. It only has 23 durable. That needs to change. That's like the same durable as the Liberator. Like, what? Like, this thing, it feels like it should be a heavy hitter, even towards the thickest enemies. Like, I can deal with the low mag capacity, right? But there needs to be a trade-off here. It needs to do more damage, and it needs to do more durable damage as well. Because right now, the trade-off isn't very worth it. It just feels like a slightly worse Coyote to use, if I'm so honest. Because I think the Coyote has almost similar stats. I think it obviously does less damage. But the Coyote has very similar stats. But you also get Incendiary. And like a faster reload, I'm pretty sure. So, come on. It's kind of... So my changes, hold on, let me just skip to the changes, because I've yapped too much about this weapon. It needs, in my opinion, 15 more damage, because right now it does 95 damage. I think it should do around 105, 115, 110, around that ballpark. That way it can really reliably kill, like, Voteless from, like, medium range. It can reliably kill those warriors from medium range. Because right now, it can, but it takes way too many bullets to do so. It takes way too many bullets. For how little bullets you have, it takes way too many bullets. So, please just give it 5 more damage and more durable. Like, I'm talking, like, maybe 50, 60 durable damage, because right now it has 23. That needs to be bumped up, in my opinion. It needs to be bumped up for how, like, less ergonomic, and for how low customization and, like, less special it is compared to other, medium pen weapons. It needs more durable. Anyway, moving on. Moving on is the Redeemer. The Redeemer is a secondary, and it's good. The damage is good. It is very good against, like, fodder enemies like Scavengers or Warriors or Voteless. Any, like, low, like, fleshy thing. It's really good against those low armor flesh creatures. However, it has one very big, very noticeable flaw. It has shit all mag capacity, and you only get 4 mags in the thing. Why? Why in the world do you only get 4 mags? You run out of ammo so fast. So fast. You'll be firing this thing for like, I think it has like a 3 seconds of firing, and then it's out. Like, the mag capacity is pitiful. And you run out of ammo all the time with it. It needs more mags. It needs more capacity with each mag as well. Like, I think it has what? It has a 31 capacity. Up that, dude. Up it to like 45. Up it to 45, and like give it 2 more mags, please. Give it like 6 mags. It needs 6 mags. 4 mags is way too little for 31 rounds, dude. So my changes: up the mag capacity to 45, and give it like 2 more mags. If you're being really generous, 3 more mags, because it needs them. It needs them so bad. Anyway, moving on. We have a weapon that I used to really like a lot, but not really much anymore, because I think other things outshine it. Cough, cough. The Coyote. The Breaker Incendiary. The Breaker Incendiary is a breaker that sets things on fire. It used to be really good against the bugs, and I think it used to be pretty good against the Illuminate. But ever since the Coyote released, its speciality, God, voice crack. Its speciality is gone. Like, the only thing that it's better at than the Coyote is setting more people on fire. But even then, compared to the Coyote, which can set, like, things on fire faster, as well as I think it can set big enemies on fire faster, and I think the fire in the Coyote does a little bit more damage. The Coyote's just better, and you get more ammo. Like, come on, like it's just better than the Breaker Incendiary. And the change I'd make to make the Breaker Incendiary like more useful is give it more fire damage and make it easier to set big enemies on fire. Because compared to the Coyote, it's just not good. I think its placement within like the flame weapons should be, it's very much a crowd control weapon, so it should be very good for the Illuminate, specifically for the Voteless, and it should be incredible for the bugs. However, it's not. It doesn't do that. It's just not good. It's just not good compared to the Coyote. The Coyote and its medium pen, it's so much better. So, more fire damage and easier to set big enemies on fire. The Warrant. The Warrant is the only weapon on this list that I don't have, but I have heard that it is pretty bad from my duo who I played the game with. It's very simple, actually. What the problem with is it? Apparently, it's specifically towards overseers and specifically towards bigger enemies, like medium enemies, like warriors and whatever. Specifically towards warriors and like overseers and just every medium enemy, like brood commanders. It's just not good. It's really not good. And devastators. As it only does 80 damage, which is okay for a pistol. It's not the best, but it's just not good with the lock-on. So maybe improve the lock-on as well, because the lock-on I've heard can be pretty funky. So the change I'd make, I'm making this short because I don't really have it, so I can't really say much about it. So all I'm saying is hearsay from other people. So the only thing I'd change is better lock-on and more damage. Give it 120 damage per shot, because it's already funky to use. So yeah, that's it. Next is the first and only grenade on this list, the HE grenade. It's very simple, the problem with the HE grenade. Yes, it does more damage than the regular nade, but I'm pretty sure it limits how many nades you have. And its fuse time is just not worth it for how little damage you're doing. 800 damage. It sounds like a lot, until you realize you could just bring a thermite, or now a giga grenade, and do 2000 damage instantly, or wait 3.7 seconds for 800. Which one would you rather do? Like, come on. Like, yes, you get more than them than a giga grenade and thermite, but dude, it's not that hard to just get supplies or find a grenade pouch somewhere. Like, just give it more damage. I'd say give it 200 more damage so it has 1,000. Because then it's fair, right? You get more damage overall than a giga grenade and thermites. Then what? Sorry, one giga grenade or one thermite. Actually, no. Yeah, you get the same. Mine, sorry. So yeah, you get technically more damage than one grenade with your arsenal, but you get more, so you can spread it out more with things. Because right now, I'm pretty sure I'll pull up the clip now, but I use the grenades against like a horde of, like, I think I used all of them against a horde of flesh mobs, and I don't think a single one died. Like, come on. It needs to do more damage than that, man. It needs to. Like, that's so pitiful. Compared, like, I could have just ran giga grenades and then just thrown a giga grenade in like the middle of that, and I would have killed like 2. Like, come on, it needs to be better. Anyway, that's all for now. Please tell me in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of the changes I made in this video. But for now, that's all. See ya.